So I grew up in a variety of faith traditions, I guess you could call it, sort of the Baskin Robbins of Christianity, all the many different tastes and flavors. Growing up in the Assemblies of God, spending some time in the American Baptist Church, then going to Moody Bible Institute and working in independent Christian church after I graduated with my bachelor's. And then really taking a journey of reconciling my faith and sexuality. I found myself dabbling in United Church of Christ, working in the United Methodist Church for a time, and as well as dabbling in the Disciples of Christ church plant in Chicago while going to Garrett Theological Seminary. All of those experiences of different faith traditions really taught me different aspects about the Christian faith and the many different veins that run through Christianity to make it what it is and different points in time in history. And so going to Garrett Theological was really important to me because there were in the classroom so many different people from so many different faith backgrounds and experiences, not just within the US, but globally as well, because Christianity takes many different forms, even when the denominations share the same names in other countries. So being able to go to Garrett where there was a diversity of opinions and ideas and theological views, but also expressions of faith, from charismatic beliefs to more traditional mainline traditions and beliefs, to those who sometimes viewed the Bible in a more literal way versus folks who viewed it in more of an allegorical way. All of these different ideas of how the Christian traditions express themselves in different ways are really important to me. I now, after graduating Garrett, pastor an interdenominational church called Imago Dei in Peoria, Illinois, about 2.5 hours from Garrett. And in that church, I have in many ways see so many different expressions of the Christian faith, and Garrett prepared me for that. I learned a lot about hymns, I learned about liturgy, I learned about different faith traditions and their polity and how they work and function and are structured in church leadership. And all of those things I didn't know before I came to Garrett because, like I said, I grew up in some more conservative evangelical backgrounds, and even though I identify as progressive now, Garrett has allowed me to really see and be exposed to different traditions that have really enabled me to be able to serve a church that has different Christian traditions. The church I pastor now, some people believe in infant baptism, some people believe in dedicating their baby. Some people believe communion should be taken with wine and bread, and others believe it should be taken with juice and bread. And so on a Sunday morning, we have different options of the way we do communion. And as far as baptism, we live into the liturgy and the expressions of faith that different people bring. And it was because of my time at Garrett that I was able to learn what it looked like to be a part of an ecumenical community, not just in my education, but actually now in my pastoral work. So I'm grateful for Garrett's desire to extend a broad welcome to many different people from many different faith traditions, and to create a spirit of curiosity and wonder instead of always certainty. That I think has always fostered an environment at Garrett that allows people to feel like they can come bringing whatever their theological backgrounds or expressions of faith are, and to feel seen and heard and understood.